What's up, amateur radioactive samurai slugs? In today's video, we're going to take a look at these 3 upgrade kits from the Black Soil group for Siege and Earthrise Megatron, and this was sent to me by tfsafari.com. Check them out for all of your Transformers needs and utilize the coupons that you see in the corner of the screen right over here and save yourself some change. So this one over here, this is for Earthrise Megatron specifically. This cannot be, Siege Megatron. It can't be interchanged. This one's supposed to be interchangeable, but I found that it works best with Earthrise. The Siege hands are a little bit just too tight, and they won't fit in there without me filing them down, and I'm not about to do that. And this bit, you would think that this would probably be best for Earthrise Megatron, considering his kind of like his deco, but nah, it does not fit on his noggin. It actually fits best. I mean, it only fits on Siege Megs, and I'm going to show you that once we transform him. In the first kit for Siege Megatron, we have this, which is this kind of like plasma cannon type thing that comes apart. Doesn't look that good, or it doesn't look that impressive by itself right now. But once you mount it and replace this cannon over here, it's kind of cool, dude. It's kind of cool. And he also has these like side little turret missile thingies, and those are cool. I will say in terms of like this thing, this back replacement mount and this abdomen extender, I think that these are extra superfluous and extraneous, and you don't really need to do them, and I'm not going to install them at all. Actually, I will show you a picture later on when he's in bot mode from TF Safari, so you can see what it looks like, and you can decide for yourself whether you want to do all of that, but I'm not. Set number B, or set letter B, is G1-esque, and this is the blaster from the fall. No, you don't, Megatron. You know that scene. And then we have the nice little like mace over here, and it has a bunch of like 3D printed lines on it, but yeah, I'm fine with that. Mace, flail, Morningstar, I don't know, one of those things, right? And then we have the sword, the one that Megs uses, I believe, to dive down on Ops, right? And Ops like kicks him or uppercuts him or something. And then we talked about that helmet. Let me show you the tank first, and let me move him off screen. And you guys know what immature radioactive samurai slugs is? It was a thing from Animaniacs back in the day, from the 90s. And it was supposed to be a satirical take on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but instead they said immature radioactive samurai slugs. I don't know. And they had this song too. It was the immature radioactive samurai slugs. I don't know. It was pretty funny. So first we start by removing this. You do need to unscrew it, but I've done it already for the sake of this video. And then we are going to replace this. And it'll only fit one way. I mean, meaning like the contour, the like this, the shape and everything. It only works in a very specific way. And they even have a Decepticon symbol, which is kind of brazen and far out, if you ask me. But this looks cool. This looks cool, and I will actually screw this on just so later on when we're manipulating it, it doesn't fall off. And as I do this, you know, oftentimes I forget to greet everyone out there in TV land. So I just want to say hello to everyone, and I hope everyone is doing well. And if things aren't going well, I certainly hope that they are on a trajectory to improve. And you have my thoughts and prayers. I really do mean that. I pray for everybody, even though I'm not religious. And yeah, I hope things are going to improve for you if they're not in a good state right now. Same thing for me. I'm battling in a couple of bad things right now, but hopefully those things will improve. And I'll talk to you more about that in the future. So we have the tank over here, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to convert this like you normally would. Get that like that. And get that like that. That looks pretty cool, man. That looks pretty cool. And you see these bits over here? See how that's like half of a handle? What's supposed to happen is... So let's just look at this first. That's rad. I think that's a very cool look, and it helps to distinguish him from his kind of Earthrise counterpart. More of a Cybertronian tank, like I said, with this kind of plasma cannon looking thing. I don't even know if that's a proper term. I just heard it in science fiction and stuff. But that looks pretty cool, man. That looks pretty cool. That triangular blaster. Similar to the upgrade kit that we saw for Breakdown from Matrix Workshop. But yeah, that looks really neat. I like it a lot. I don't know how many times I keep saying that, but that's pretty dope. What's not dope is those half handles. Where that's supposed to come into play is you actually need to de-pin. You need to remove the pin of this entire section. And then once you do that, this will fill in this empty cavity. And this will plug in like this. And this will be the part that's revealed so that you can kind of like, you know, there's 5mm ports so you can plug stuff in. It's way too loose for anything. Nothing will kind of wedge in there. Like you can see like that, right? And also you see how shallow that is. And so when you plug something in, because this is plugging into a flat surface, it's going to be like this. Really poorly designed in my opinion, and completely useless. And this, I never thought that Megatron had a problem with his height, but yeah, they designed this. And so you do need to unscrew the waist and then plop this on, and there's a lot of work for very little juice, and so I would not recommend the squeeze for that. But tank mode, he looks super dope. I really like this look a lot. Is this a must-have? I think that's up for you to decide. Some kits like the Dinobot upgrade kit, that's essential in my opinion. The core Volcanicus one, even Power of the Primes one, just because the default state looks like super duper wonky. This is kind of like a nice to have. It's certainly not a must have, but it does help distinguish him, and the tank mode does look very, very cool. And I will show you the bot mode later, because that's when we're going to plop on the helmet and stuff. But for the time being, let me actually get him out of the shot completely. And we can take a look at Earthrise megs, arguably G1 tank megs. And one of the things I was going to say is the hands for Siege Megatron are incredibly tight. The 5mm ports. It's so tight that even if you get the flail from the Centurion drone kit, which is a Hasbro product, if you jam it in there, you're not getting it out, bro. You're going to break it. And I don't know why it's so tight like that. That's one of the things that I really dislike about having the different factories in Vietnam. There are a lot of different factories, and in terms of the tolerances and in terms of the machine measurements, they just all measure 5mm posts and ports very differently. And that's why when you're making like build formers and stuff like that, sometimes it's too loose, sometimes it's too tight. It's because not all the manufacturing plants have equal standards, and I wish that wasn't the case. But anyway, just me kind of ranting there. This looks dope. That looks really, really cool, man. That looks really cool. Very, very iconic to the G1 look. And if you don't want the sword, you can have that in there. That's nice. I always wish that one of these things had a gimmick where if you press something, it'd be like... even if it wasn't on a chain and it was on like a solid piece of plastic with like a rotating motor in there, I think that would be pretty cool. Neat. And also this guy, I was doing some surgery, so actually this part is not attached. And I could, you know what? I could technically show you, yeah, why don't I do that? I can show you that thing I was talking about. Because, you know, the insides of them are identical, right? So you plop this in there and you wedge it in. And for the most part, it wedges in pretty good, you know? But like I said, this thing is way too shallow. It's just not good. They should have either extended this or tightened this or something. I don't think that's great, but I'm glad I was able to show that to you, huh? Yeah, that's kind of cool. And in terms of if you want to like dress him up, we're gonna play Dolly over here. Salvador Dolly, haha. Maybe I'll just have this over here and kind of like slung over his shoulder. That's not bad. And this, while I would love if I could just have that here for that G1 look, I'll just have to fake it for the sake of an image and have him like that, which is, dude, that's not that bad. In fact, you know what? I may use this for the thumbnail, now that I'm looking at him like that. Hold up. That's not that bad, man. That's not that bad at all, dude. Yeah, that's a little bit of an eyesore there, and maybe I won't have that there. Maybe it'll just be like that. Who knows? But not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, you're supposed to take this whole thing off, and I don't know, man. I don't know what they were thinking. To be completely honest, dude. Not trying to disrespect, but I don't know what they were thinking, dude. So I'm not going to transform this guy on camera. I will do it off camera. I'll come back with this bot mode, and we'll plop the helmet down. Then you'll see what he looks like, and afterward, that'll conclude the video, okay? Just hang with me. All right, here we are, fully transformed, and you can see he has the little missile turret things on his shoulders. He has the new turret transformed into his sword blaster type thing, and I think it's supposed to be an homage to the G1 sword that the toy Megs comes with. And finally, what we've been waiting for, we're going to grab this helmet and just plop it on, and yeah, Dude, my boy looks like he's having a perm done, dude. He's getting my hair, dude. You know, back in the day, I actually used to have a perm, like an afro. Like my dad has naturally curly hair, so he has the microphone afro, and I wanted to look like that. And so yeah, I got my hair all curled and stuff. And dude, I got looks and numbers, worked out. But anyway, my boy looked like he getting a perm over here. And then here we have Earthrise Megatron. I did kind of get rid of that thing on the shoulder. And we're just kind of looking at them like that. Yo, that's a tag team partner right there. A tag team duo if there ever was one. Megs and Megs, dude. But yeah, the Lords of Destruction. Yo, that would be a crazy name. The Lords of Destruction. Kind of like Demolition and stuff. And then you can see he has his blaster over here because he's not using it. There you go. Sorry. There we go. The Black Soil upgrade kits, A, B, and C. You can pick yours up from tfsafari.com if you're so inclined, if that's your thing. And hey, is he yellowing? Or is this a different type of gray? Huh. But anyway, sorry. tfsafari.com if you're so inclined. And again, utilize the codes on the corner of the screen. Save yourself some change. They got a ton of stuff. And they're one of the few stores that actually carries so many different types of upgrades. And so, yeah. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I will talk to y'all next time. Take care of yourselves, okay? Bye-bye.